Hey guys, I'm here and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the second video of the Reminiscing POLIN, obviously focusing on Bridgerton Season 3, Episode 2. And in this series, in this playlist of Reminiscing POLIN, I'm just going to yap about it. I'm just going to yap about POLIN, what I love about it, what I love about scenes, what I don't like maybe, and what is just my reaction to them, what is my comments to them. So without further much to say, let's dive into it. So the first scene is them in the park. As you remember, Colin wants to help Penelope because of his callous comment, and he knows that he have hurt her. So this is the best way he can help. Best way. But this is him trying to make Penelope confident with herself and help her find a husband. However, the first line, or I think, yeah, I think the first line that Colin said to Penelope was that is she sure that she still needs some help after what Lady Whistledown has wrote about him? Obviously, this is again kind of hinting that he has a lot of stuff. He had a lot of angst towards Lady Whistledown, and he doesn't like her. We shall dance on her demise. But it's just lovely to see them being two idiots. Yeah, like in a park, promenade it is. But it's like this is the worst idea you could ever have, Colin, to help the love of your life have a husband, but also Pen. She was just a disaster trying to flirt with these men. But I'm happy because it gets to show the dynamics of them. One is very awkward, one is also awkward, but trying to make her feel confident. It's just that the two of them have a bubble of awkwardness, of comfortability, and now that they're trying to get out of that zone, they're very funny to see. Which I love, very rom-com. Which leads us to the second scene, which is just Colin. Man, why how are you not in love? How are you not in love? Like the way you look at her, the way that she was just like fanning herself, flattering her lashes, not to you, but to the other men. But you're obsessed with her. Yeah, you're obsessed with her. She's not even looking at your way. But it's very cute. It is very cute, and you can see how Colin adores her as well. Penelope trying. She's really trying, and I think she's trying to move on from Colin at this point because the friends scene, it's like friends in the first episode. I think she wanted to move on, the very least. But also she wants Colin to be proud of her. But this is not just it's not going well to the both of them, which which is okay. There's the rom-com vibe to it, which I love the most. Next scene, I was, I'm not gonna lie, I was very surprised that there's a scene like this. I I know he's pretending to be someone else, to be, to conform to being the man in this era. I know that it was also spoon fed to him that he needs to explore more, to be a rake. Anthony saying that to him. But I did not expect it, honestly. I did not expect this scene. I Look, it's aligned to the storytelling. I was just surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I was surprised when I first saw it, and did not know what to feel at first. But when he grabbed those legs, okay, I I need to stop. When he grabbed those legs, and the chin, it's feeding my Delulu too. So it's feeding me up. So how can I say no to that? But storyline, I probably there's a better way. You didn't have to do this scene, but I think it just makes sense. It does make sense, and he's trying to be the man everyone wants him to be, and with his friends as well. So there's a face. It is a face, and I moved on from that fact. A couple. probably weeks ago. But yeah, the first time I saw this, I was surprised, very, very surprised, and I also did not want my Colin to be like that, but it is what it is. Even Nicola didn't like it, but yeah, it did happen. It was hot, and I think it was okay for the storyline. I have so much, so much, so much things to say overall about this market scene. First, Colin in that brothel scene, he was like, "I'm decidedly late," and then in the next scene, he was early. What? Okay, sir. I guess you have priorities. Thank God you have priorities, and it's Penelope that's your priorities. And that was just a funny moment. But when Penelope kind of just like, talking to him, she's unteachable, and Colin be like, no, you can do this. You just need confidence and such. I love the fact that he's the one who remembers everything. I love that he's the one who, but we didn't get that in the book, by the way. It was Penelope that it was Penelope thoughts that said those words. But I love that it was Colin, and I love that he remembers everything. He adored her from the very beginning, and there's a spark of friendship between the two. It was not just it was in the scene, it was not Penelope being like so in love the moment they met. This is a scene of like, oh, Colin knew from the moment they met there was friendship, that they're gonna have that friendship. So it was just so lovely to see. There's Eris and Psyche statue. Yeah, rewatch. Also disclaimer, yes, this is just gonna be screenshots. There's no gonna be clips because I want you guys to rewatch it. We love those minutes. But yeah, I just wanted to clear that out again. Sorry for not mentioning that in the beginning of the video. But coming back to this scene, oh, the flirtation too. The flirtation was top tier. Even Ray was side eyeing Colin. Because Penelope, when she's truly in her bubble, she's the cleverest, she's the wittiest, and she knows how to play the game. She knows how to play the game. I feel like she's Lady Danbury 2.0. And I feel like I'm gonna see that in the next seasons. But yeah, in this scene, she was flirting with Colin. She was, with like the line before we are noticed. Colin was having flashbacks. Colin, yeah, you need to get your shit together and see that, there's connection, there's electricity, and it was just amazing. The whole market scene, chef kiss. Now, ooh, ooh, your eyes are the most remarkable shade of blue, and somehow they shine brighter when you are kind. Saw this clip first. I think it was before the release. It was just like a sneak peek, and I've watched it a lot of times. Same as the Goodnight, Mr. Bridgerton, but this one I was eating it up. The way they looked at each other, the way you can feel the chemistry, the way you can just see how they want each other, but not so much that they're trying to stop themselves. I was eating it up the tiniest seconds of that scene. Um, it was just so good. However, I'm gonna talk about the whole scene because I think I fell in love more with Colin in this scenario. Colin Bridgerton was playing with his siblings with cards, and the moment the guard went there, he was ready to stand up, cater Penelope, and welcome her by like, okay, why was his hand on her back? I was so I was so shook when I saw that scene. I was so shook, but it was so cute. And I also love the camera work in the scenes. When they came to the drawing room and Colin started to bring up this ball scenario to Penelope's head. She was saying he was saying the details. This is where the quartet is, the mamas, and the lemonade table. The man prepared a lemonade table. What do you mean, sir? That was so cute. You prepared a lemonade table. You also provided the perfect timing for Penelope to come to the Bridgerton house because she said she's most at ease in your drawing room. Oh, Colin Bridgerton. How can I hate you? Like, I don't think I can unlove you. I don't think I can unlove you. Yeah. And then he was like, we needed the place to be alone. What's with that comment, sir? What's with that comment? Oh. But yeah, everything was swoon worthy. The fact that he was thinking about this, he was he was taking care of Penelope, even though Penelope wasn't there. It was just so kind. Like she's really kind. And when we get to this scene of your eyes are the most remarkable shade of blue, Pen, good job. Good job. Make that man speechless. Gulp that lemonade. And yeah, yeah. Make him speechless. Make him question his life, your friendship. Yes. And also what I love is like the little speech of Penelope that she knows that inside her she can be clever, she can be witty. However, she cannot form words when pressured or when she's out of the society. She can just talk to people on her own bubble, which is Colin, Eloise, or the Bridgerton family, but not others. So, the Bridgerton family really knows her and Colin knows her. That's why he was able to say the perfect words to make her confident. And I just love the friendship between the two of them. I also love that when they heard Eloise come up to the stairs or with Francesca, she forgot. I think that was like a shoal or something. Sorry if that was not the word for it. But yeah, the shoal, and she forgot about it. But then Colin, when she came back, he has them. That was so cute. That was so cute. Because I was concerned. I was like, oh no, the shoal. Eloise might see you, because of it. Because obviously Colin doesn't have the shoal. But it was good. It was perfect. I think this will lead up to the next scene of the hand scene. Yes, the hand scene. Um, Obviously, I love everything about it. No, I only have one complaint, but I love everything about it. Um, Pen in Colin's room. I think this is his. I don't think this is a drawing room, but desk room. I might say, an office room. She's a strong lady. I would have hugged that pirate jacket, or I would have smelled it. But she was just like touching it, and I'm like, okay, are we just gonna avoid that you're obsessed with her, with him? So I was just like, okay. And then when she saw the journal, um, I'm quite okay with her reading it, with her voice. But I also love that it became Colin's voice, and continued with the rest of the sentence. I also love that Penelope kind of thought about it, kind of was thinking, should I read it? Should I read it not? It was a good dilemma. It was shown beautifully. But when Colin entered, he has a shoal. Oh, he has a shoal. And then he was like, oh, are you reading that? He was angry. It was like, "Rah, rah, rah. I don't know what's in the journal," but he's just probably embarrassed, or maybe he knows that it was opened on that chapter of uh, of him having intimacy but still not having the connection. So maybe he knows that was the side that was open, That's why he's like, it's not for your eyes, blah 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 blah, whatever. And then when the candle was was shooed away and he injured his hand. By the way, that injury was I watched it with my boyfriend. My boyfriend was like, "That's not even bleeding." Wow, in a span of 2 seconds, it bled that much. But it was good. It was I know he didn't injured it obviously in real life, so it was okay. My only complaint was I know that through the audio description, it was Colin that kind of like pulled Penelope's hand so that he can hold her. However, it was not that obvious. So I wanted it to be more obvious in that sense. Uh, Other than that, the eye contact, and Penelope's necklace was a good view, isn't it, Mr. Bridgerton? It was a good view. I'm having bi panic, and I'm obviously straight. I have a boyfriend, but when you have Luke Newton and Nicola in the same screen, I'd be like, who am I gonna choose? That would be very hard. But yeah, I love the scene. It was very beautiful. It's also in the book. Obviously, it's not the candle. It was like a letter opener. It was hard for me to kind of imagine the letter opener actually as like an injury, like as the source of an injury. I think I liked it more if it's a candle. Yeah, I can see it now. But with the letter opener, I was kind of yeah, I mean, I can see it maybe with a letter opener, but whatever. There's a candle in the show, and I love everything about it. Aside from that fact that I wish there's more kind of it's more obvious that it's him pulling her and wanting to hold her hand. But yeah, for the next scene, ooh, someone is jealous. Someone is jealous. I think Well, in this picture, he is jealous, but we know that from the first part of their conversation, he's really using the perfect words to uplift her, and I love that he said, "But you're Penelope Featherington. Do not forget that," because he knows how clever Penelope is, how great of a woman she is, and that's all that needs to be open out there, that needs to be shown to the other men. And with Lord Basilio, fun fact, he's actually Filipino like me. Lord Basilio, it was a good conversation between Penelope and Lord Basilio, but his horse died. So we should gallop along. That was so cute. But I love also Luke Newton's expressions that when Penelope was like feeling herself, he's smiling. But when she tried to, kind of like touch Lord Basilio, the man was enraged. The man is, what's going on? You can only touch me, but not him. Like, kind of like you can see a possessive look, and I love it. I'm really loving it. It's such a short scene, but very very impactful, because you can see that he thinks he's caring, but you also see his brows being like, "Oh, she's mine." So I love that. I love Luke Newton with his subtlety acting. I love it. I love everything. The next scene, ooh, this is the Four Seasons ball, I believe, or no, the Four Seasons is Lady Danbury, but this is the same ball, and I think this is like the moon ball. Sorry, I don't remember the exact name of the ball. Sorry, but Lord Remington. Lord Remington. Ah, I like him. I also kudos to the Bridgerton team for making this representation. I know it's not a long time. He's not there for like 15 minutes, but even having to put this effort, they've made probably the own chair, the chair of Lord Remington, and that might be quite a lot of work. And for him to be just there for like a good 3 minutes, but with that amount of effort, I adore you. I applaud the Bridgerton team for that. And thank you. Thank you for giving us this representation. And I love that his disability wasn't a big thing. It was just, yeah, it was just a real conversation between Penelope and Lord Remington. Yeah. So with Penelope, I think she was just being herself, and Lord Remington loves Lady Whistledown. So, with a man who loves Lady Whistledown, obviously, Penelope's like, that's mine. That is my pride. That is my work. That is my name. So obviously, she fell in love. No, she didn't fall in love with Lord Remington. But, Lord Remington would be a good, suitable suitor for her. And she would take that. She would take that. And it would be lovely because she did have fun having conversations with him. And if she's gonna have a loveless marriage, might as well have fun and have a co-author for Lady Whistledown, which is nice. And then we see Colin at the background being like, okay, okay, they're only there's only conversation. Why are you stepping forward? He's like he's really questioning himself at this moment. And I know this is the scene where Jealous of Nick Jonas was playing. It was so subtle, by the way. And I think I saw a comment, and I cannot unsee it anymore. I think it was very subtle because Colin doesn't know that it's jealousy yet. This is just him kind of like, oh, I'm really just I just really care that much. Like, this woman is my friend. I should protect her. I should always just take care of her. That was him. He doesn't know it's jealousy yet. That every time she's happy with someone and he feels like that suitor is not worthy of her, he needs to protect her, kind of thing. He doesn't know that it's jealousy. It's not like his hero complex. Hence why that jealous Nick Jonas thing is very subtle. Which I cannot unsee it now, which makes sense. Because if I think about the happier than ever in the latter ball, that was so loud because now he knows his feelings. Now he knows that he's about to lose her. And yeah, that's why I think it makes sense, but obviously I don't want it to be an excuse, so let's take it as it is. Now we get to the point that the other characters were talking about Colin's helping of Penelope. It has become a gossip now, and everyone knows it eventually. I am so happy that Colin didn't waste any time and just like, what are you talking about? I love it. I love it. And once he knew the answer and saw Penelope running away, that man turned like 360, like a tornado whoop. And he's like, oh, I'm following you. I'm following you, Penelope. Don't run too much. If he did not have those, characters blocking him, he would have caught her. So they needed that blocking because Penn has short legs and he can be like with his long legs. But yeah, he needed that blocking. And then Eloise, I don't know what to feel with Eloise during this moment. Like, Eloise, you had one job to respect your ex friend or whatever. You still love her anyways, to just respect them and respect your brother. Why would you? Whatever. Whatever. But I am so happy also that Colin Colin was angry. Like, he let it out to her. Eloise needed to hear it. And I don't know. I'm so happy to see him mad because he was never mad, but he's only mad at the right things, I must say. Like, he's very sensitive, but he's also the type of person that when you see him mad, you're like, oh shit, I did something wrong. Which he's a scary, angry guy. Like, he's scary when he's angry. The last scene of episode 2. I have no complaints. This is the scene that I was waiting the most. I was praying to God for us to get this scene, and it was perfection. It was perfection, line by line. It was from the book, and I loved it in the book, so I was waiting for it to be in the show. Also, it is not. I don't think she was. I mean, she kind of. There is a side of begging into it, but there's also, I think she was very brave to say it. She believes in one thing. She believes in love. She believes in romance, and she have read a lot of romance novels, and she wanted to feel what a kiss is like. And for her to realize that she doesn't have any chance anymore because of what's going on with the gossip, with Lady Whistledown, with the ton judging her, she knows that it's gonna be the end. So to have that one tiny bit of hope, one tiny bit of recklessness, she's gonna take them. And it's, I mean, I should probably have thought that Colin is the best man to ask that favor because they've been together for a long time, friendship wise. And she knows that she will not, like, he will not take advantage of her. And also, Colin on the other end, like Penelope, if he will give her that kiss, she will not take advantage of him. So there's mutual respect. And I love the banter, obviously. Like, it would kill me, but you'd already be dead. Read the room. Read the room, sir. But when I was reading it in the book as well, I was laughing because it's so friends. It was so besties that one cannot take things seriously because, someone just asked you a very strange favor that you've never thought before, but now, wow. Maybe you've thought about it before in your dreams or something, but now that it's really happening, you don't know what to say anymore. So you're just kind of like, nice. So it was aligned to what is going on. And the first kiss overall, like the way he stepped forward, the way he caressed her cheeks, the way that he was so gentle, he was guiding her, the lighting on Penelope's face, his brows, it was just telling a lot. Like you can see Penelope just wanting this kiss. But on Colin's side, you can see how he also wants this and how he questions why he wants this and why is this so good. You can feel it. You can feel I didn't have to rewatch the whole scene because I was like, wow. Like everything about this scene makes sense. Everything in this scene felt so real that he was just really just questioning everything that he had felt. Like in the balls, he thought probably he was protecting her, but now he might be jealous with these men. The hand scene or the compliment of your eyes, you thought it was just friends saying things to each other, but now you want it to be true. I can see that all with Colin's face, and it was so lovely. And when she said thank you, you can also see that she's not looking at him because I feel like if she's looking at him, there would be a third round of the kisses. But when she said thank you, I can, when her voice cracked, I felt the pain. I also felt the disappointment that it's just gonna be there. There's nothing gonna be behind it. There's not gonna be a Colin in love with Penelope. It's just gonna be like that. It's just a favor. But with Colin, the man is just stoic. The man was a statue. The man was thinking, what has he done? Questioning his existence. It was lovely. Everything was just lovely about it. Oh, I wish I can see it the first time again. Okay. But yeah, that was like very sentimental. But yeah, this is episode 2. There's not a lot of scenes, or is there? I probably yapped a lot again, but this is very beautiful. Episode 2 is one of my favorite because of the whole dynamic shift. I can see Colin being jealous already. I can also see Penelope being confident, but obviously the first kiss, the candle scene and the compliment scene, the ice scene, it's a lot. It's a lot to unpack. And I was just so happy. I was just so happy in this episode. So yeah, I will see you guys on the next episode, episode 3. And let's see. Let's see how everything goes. I'll see you. Bye-bye.